Hey, I heard you like scorpions. Yeah, I love scorpions. Well, this is going to be a video about scorpions. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Wait, Petko from the recent future. I restocked all acrylic enclosures on the web shop, so go and check them out and get some for the Christmas holiday, you know. Also, there is merch. I have almost all sizes of logo shirts and rainbow nata shirts and also centipede shirts, so I'm sure that you will find something for yourself or your loved one. Anyhow, back to the video. Yep, we will build an enclosure and then we will rehouse a particular hot scorpion. This hot scorpion right there. And if you don't know what hot scorpion means, it means a scorpion that got a medically significant venom, a deadly venom in case of this scorpion. This species is called Parabuthus schlechteri, and even though their venom shouldn't be deadly towards a healthy adult, but if they sting a child or someone with heart conditions or older person, result would probably be death. So dealing with them is no joke and extreme caution is required. And if you're watching my videos for some time, you probably know why I keep them in an enclosure like this one. You see, this is not the dark den enclosure, but a glass enclosure that opens on top. I use these enclosures for hot scorpions for a reason. Scorpions, as you know, cannot climb glass, so therefore even if I forget to close this enclosure, the scorpion couldn't go out, couldn't escape, so it is a foolproof enclosure. No matter how responsible and careful person you are, I would never risk it and have a front opening enclosure just in case something happens. And an enclosure like this can be a potential lifesaver. But I also love to have all enclosures the same. And not to mention, this enclosure on a shelf setup is really unpractical, because let me demonstrate. You see, on this setup I can easily access the dark den enclosure. But this enclosure, nope, even for feeding I need to pull the enclosure out somehow. It is kind of hard with one hand, and then I can slightly open it to drop the roach. Or I need to have it on a shelf like this one, where there is enough room for me to open the lid like this. But this is a wasted space and I don't like that. So I was thinking, how can I have the practicality of dark den enclosure, but at the same time a security of this type enclosure? And you know that I came up with a solution, and it is this, not the divider in the middle. I did this to have two different animals in one enclosure, but this design, you see, I have really tall front panel just like in this enclosure, which means that the scorpion cannot escape, but in the same time I have a narrow door that allows me to open the enclosure from front and drop roaches inside, which means that now I can place this enclosure on a shelf that takes less space. And after testing this enclosure for past 2 months, I can say that I'm really satisfied with functionality and practicality. And look at this, we have an excavation going on. If you ever wondered how scorpion digs, well, this is how. Really cool. What a great timing. You don't often see it this well, and look, it is even using its leg. Not leg, I mean tail. It is using its tail, look. Whoa. Such a cool thing to observe, and great timing, right? Great timing indeed. And all I did was move the cork bark a bit. Anyway, you see here I built new enclosure of that same design, but without a divider in the middle, and we will use it to build a new enclosure for this scorpion. And in case you wonder how to build an enclosure like this one, go and check my previous scorpion video. I probably linked it in the description. The design is the same as my large terrestrial enclosures, and the only difference is this panel is increased to 20 centimeters, so this panel, instead of 10 centimeters, it is now 20 centimeters, and door panel is now 3 centimeters instead of 13 centimeters. Really simple change. And also I want this enclosure to be a bit more unique, and that is why we will use this huge rock as a background. Look, it is big as my head. Pretty cool, huh? But I will try to cut it on half like this on back to make it lighter, take up less space in the enclosure, and also to have a nice flat surface on the back so we can stick it to the background. At least I'm hoping that I will be able to cut it. I have the angle grinder tool, I think that's the English word. I have a blade that is used for cutting stone, so I'll put that and see what will happen. But for that we need to go to the garage. So yeah, let's go over there. Actually, we will do it outside so I don't make a mess inside, of course. Now the blade unfortunately isn't long enough, so it doesn't reach all the way to the middle, so we will need to try to break it, and hopefully it won't break weirdly. Okay, it didn't break as expected, but I can live with this. Okay, I got the rocks, but you won't believe what happened. I broke my camera. It still works, but look at this. I dropped it and I broke the display. It works thankfully, but the lens also broke. This is not the one, I just used it to test if the camera works. This part of lens that connects to the body of the camera, threads for screws broke, so I'm regluing them at the moment and I'm hoping that it will hold, which means that the rest of the video, or at least until the time jump, I will need to record it on my GoPro. At least I have some alternatives. Anyway, here are the rocks. This is the big piece that we are going to use, and also I will probably combine it with this piece, but I'm not 100% certain. We will keep this one for some other project. The idea is something like this, while this bottom part will be like a cave, and this other piece can go probably like, no, maybe on the bottom. Yeah, I will do that. Will go in the sand on the bottom. So now you know what we need to do. I have excavator clay. We mix that up with the water, and after a couple of minutes of mixing, the mixture is ready, you see? So let's add it. I just need to squeeze it into the cracks and crevices so that the excavator clay holds the rock in place. Okay, there we go. But before I show you how it looks, it needs to dry, so let's do a time jump. And the enclosure is dry, but let me first show you the result of my camera accident. You see? I did reglue the threads inside, but for extra protection I added this duct tape on top to make sure that there is some additional support. It doesn't look pretty, but it works, so oh well. But this is the result of my work, and I love it. I really like it, especially I intentionally sparkled the excavator clay on the actual rock to break the whole texture on the rock and to add more dynamic. I don't know how to actually explain it, but I think it looks really, really nice. So let me add the scorpion. I mean, not the scorpion. First we need to add the sand and some other things. As I said, I will put this rock inside on the bottom. And also I took all the chips that I got from splitting the rock to scatter them around the enclosure to make more texture, to add more texture, which is interesting. We have sand substrate, so we cannot add sand for the texture, but instead we can add rocks for the texture. And now when I'm doing this video, this is actually the first normal video that I'm doing on this new setup with camera in the middle, and what I dislike so far is this light right here, because when I'm recording the enclosure, I really don't like how it is in the way. So maybe I will move it up here somewhere. This is like an open beta for this new table setup. But now we need to get the scorpion outside, and I'll do that simply by first removing the cork bark. Then I can put this inside, and we quickly just yoink. Top. There we go. This is how we deal with a highly venomous scorpion, which hopefully now won't be able to escape out of it. The reason why I wanted to take the scorpion out first is because I want to reuse this substrate. I mean this sand. It is a perfectly good sand and no need to waste it. I'll only remove this, what I assume is the scorpion poop in the corner. I mean, it definitely looks like it. I will take that out. Although, to be honest, it adds some texture. Scorpion poop for the texture, imagine that. By the way, if you are wondering why I dropped my camera, I have this, not sure if you can see it actually better on this camera. I have this nasty cut on my finger, and as I was fiddling with the place where camera attaches to the tripod, I was trying not to use this finger, and that's how it happened. Really annoying, I must say. Now this will probably make a lot of dust. Let's see. Yep. Whatever. I will survive a little bit of dust. I will add more, but hopefully without that much dust. Okay, let's see if that is enough. I'll push some of it over there. I'll push some of it here and here. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. So this goes into this corner. Yeah, just like that. And a little bit of sand for the texture. Yeah, on the rock. And also I will throw it on the back. Yeah, it actually looks nice. And now these little chunks. I'll just drop them inside and scatter them. I'll take everything. Then make it a bit chaotic. right? What do you think? Oh, I'm actually super satisfied with this. Yep. Maybe I'll add more sand in this corner, dropping down over here towards the cave. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, exactly like that. And I'll push it all the way in the corner. Yes. This is looking even better. Sweet, I can't wait to see the scorpion inside. Let's post this on Instagram to see what you guys think. There we go, I posted it. And now let's add the actual scorpion. It is eager to get out. Okay, now look what I have for you. You are getting a beautiful new enclosure. Ooh. I'm sure you are going to love this. What is this stance? A bit weird, but okay. Yeah, there, go. Explore the new perimeter, huh? Oh, beautiful, huh? Yeah, you got a lot of rocks and stuff. And if you like, you can even climb on the background. Ooh, you like that idea, huh? Something new for you. I don't think that this scorpion ever climbed rocks like this, because I received it. I mean, I bought this scorpion when it was tiny like this, so it was never in an enclosure with a proper background, but all of that changed now. I love this. I love this so much, almost as if I received a new enclosure to live inside. Yeah, continue your exploration, please. You really like climbing, huh? Oh, careful. You see how those legs don't have a grip on the glass? Which is of course a good thing. Down again. Where will you go now? In front, huh? Now you found the other side of the background. And we are heading back down. You don't take any breaks, huh? Going for another round trip. I'm hoping it will find the cave that I prepared. Oh. Yeah, I think that eventually all rocks from the top will go down. That's a little bit of shame, but it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that the scorpion obviously enjoys the new enclosure. Oh, will you find the cave? There we go, there's the cave. It's not really deep, but I think you can fit inside. Yeah, perfectly, so snug, look at that. It is already digging. Perfect, but I need to switch the battery. Did I miss anything? No. You like the cave, huh? This is awesome. Anyway, as I was saying, now we need to build a danger shelf over there, add additional heat, because these scorpions are from desert-ish areas and they need a warmer environment. That was my first mistake when I got, if I remember correctly, I originally bought 5 different scorpion babies, tiny scorpions that are all from similar genuses, similar genera. But as time goes on, every few months, one of the scorpions would just die randomly. Or maybe I bought 6 or 7. I'm really not sure, but ever since I added the heat lamp, increasing their ambiental temperature, none of them died. So that was definitely a mistake on my end, not providing them that additional heat. So that is one thing that we need to do. And the other thing is, I have one more scorpion that I need to rehouse, which is right here. It is this black scorpion, so that one will also get a new enclosure. And then this will be the danger shelf with all my scorpions. As you know, I still have these communal scorpions, Titius stigmurus. There is a Hadrurus arizonensis in this enclosure, and of course Asian forest scorpion in this enclosure, which hates me and always hides. But thankfully, it is quite easy to fish out. Whoa. Oh, I love this scorpion when it is doing things like this. I mean, when she is doing things like this, it is a female. Come here. Oh, grab. Oh. I could do this all day. Anyhow, this was everything for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to go to my webshop page to check out the merch and buy something, of course. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel more, there's a Patreon page and the webshop page. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload on Monday and sometimes a live stream on Sunday. So see you again. Really soon. Bye.